choices, but I didn't.
The family history industry has been stuck inventing and reinventing different ways to discover names and dates for decades. People everywhere are studying their roots to try and discover where they come from. However, many of those same people couldn't tell you what Grandpa's favorite food was or how Mom met Dad. I started to think about all the things I don't know about my parents' early life. Simple details about their dating experience, proposal, wedding, us kids being born, places they lived, pets they had. I was drawing blanks everywhere. Answering the same questions about my grandparents was near impossible. I realized that, through no fault of my family's, a generational gap had been created. I also realized that the vast majority of grown kids and grandkids lack the same basic knowledge about their parents' and grandparents' story. To me, that was a problem that needed to be fixed. How can we allow ourselves not to know where we come from? Somehow, with so much focus put on discovering our ancestors' names and birthplaces, we've missed the story of our own parents and grandparents. The funny thing is, that is the only story we truly have access to, and we're letting it go. What if we could create a game that would reveal our parents' and grandparents' stories while being both competitive and fun to play? What if through that game we could ignite a passion for discovering roots, build a bridge between previously disconnected generations, and create a new type of family gathering? This year, we decided to turn what if into a reality. We are building the world's first family history game, and we're calling it Pando, named after a forest in south central Utah that happens to be the oldest living organism in the world and the largest root system on the planet. It's not easy to build the first of anything, but we went to work, brainstorming, rule writing, question writing, focus grouping, and refocus grouping. What we came up with is a transformational game that we think every family should play. We thought the game should be easy to set up and play in a living room with a large group, so we designed it without game pieces, pencils, or pads. Pando consists of 234 carefully culled questions on high contrast cards. Players will notice that each Pando card features a unique tree photographed at the actual Pando forest. Boiled down, grown siblings compete to see who knows the most about their mom and dad's story. It's a race to see which sibling gets the most answers correct the fastest. Mom and dad ask the questions, they judge the answers, and they tell the stories.
So the card came up asking what my mom wrote in, what car she rode in to prom.
And she reads the question and then she starts tearing up a little bit.
I never got to go to prom because my father had a massive heart attack that day. And so my children had never heard that story. And we got to tell them.
And never would have thought that question would have brought that out. And I just didn't know that was part of the history there.
I think there are kind of two feelings really, because on the surface it's really exciting, it's fun, you're laughing, you're having a great time, but inside you're kind of on this little personal journey where you're feeling something deeper about who you are and where you came from and what your roots are, and I think that's powerful.
If you feel as I feel, that the story of mom and dad, of grandma and grandpa, is important enough to save, if you sense the urgency of finding out where you come from, if you believe in the power of families gathering and connecting, if you get that family history is not a hobby, that it's a transformational force that belongs in every family's living room, then I am ready to join you in the cause. Backing this campaign is a vote for family history, a vote for family game night, a vote for families gathering, connecting, laughing, and discovering their roots. So back this campaign, and let's start a family history revolution together.